Rony, let me ask you a question before we jump into the news about Neal Stephenson, because he was on the Magic Leap payroll, supported with millions of dollars, and no product. So what the hell was he working on with you all those years?
Neal did some amazing things. They created an open source toolkit that was based on baby goats, which kind of sounds funny. It was environmental mapping and letting intelligent characters understand the real world. So we had these test rooms where you would walk around and there'd be little baby goats jumping on furniture, going under things, having full awareness of you and the physical world. They created an open source community around that, which was super cool. And they talked a lot about that at our first Magic Leap Developer Conference in LA. But more importantly, Neal developed an amazing IP, which is still trapped in the Indiana Jones warehouse of amazing IP at Magic Leap. And it was an IP that had both a science fiction and fantasy world merging. And the coolest thing they built was in Seattle. You'd go to the third or fourth story of a building, and there was a very hacked up machine there that the backstory was a rogue Magic Leap employee, there was a real person with a name, had hacked this thing and had cracked open a window to multiple parallel worlds. If you could find your way to this place and put them on, it was connected to this crazy looking analog machine, you would look out the window at real Seattle and suddenly see these worlds leaking in the real Seattle. So they turned like a mile radius of Seattle into a game board, actually into a story world cinema board. It was incredible. It was one of the coolest things, and we showed it to a number of studios. But for the pandemic, zapping a bunch of things and having the company put all of its creative IP, not in the dustbin, but in the Indiana Jones warehouse, this would have been one of the coolest things in XR ever. And I know that Neal has been trying to retrieve the thing and begging the Magic Leap team to please respond to him or somehow figure out a way to do it. There might be another surge of effort this coming year, but there was brilliant IP there. If anyone from Magic Leap is listening, please let Neal run with this IP. The world needs to see it. It was incredible. And then you'd see the efforts of what his small team did. It was just brilliant genius.